Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shannon and I'm the founder of Oso hair tools and accessories business, and I'm also a entrepreneur slash hair blogger here on YouTube, so make sure you are subscribed to my channel for more content like this. In today's video, I am going to be starting a 3-part series covering UK shipping tips, because I know a lot of my followers and my viewers are from the UK, and UK shipping is pretty different to US shipping. If you are a UK business owner, grab your notepad and pen because this video is going to be super valuable for you. Part 1 is going to be hacks for visiting the post office. So hack number 1 is the best times to visit the post office. And I recommend visiting the post office from about 10 to 11 or from 1 to 2. Those seem to be the quietest times ever when I get to the post office between those 2 windows. So anytime outside of that, so the morning you want to avoid from about 3 till 5 p.m. because that's when all the school kids come in. If you're like me, you probably go to a post office that is within a corner shop, we would call it. So along with the post office, they also have people coming in and buying just like sweets and snacks and food and stuff. So you want to avoid the school children rush, because straight after school they're all coming in to buy their sweets and stuff, and there's usually a queue around then. And then you want to avoid the early morning, because obviously people are on their way to work, popping in, doing their post before they get to work. Lunchtime is from around 12 to 1, so I avoid that time too. So I found the golden hours to be from 10 to 11 and from 1 to 2. Hack number 2 is I really recommend that you visit the larger post offices. I have a local post office to me that is tiny, it's teeny. They only just opened like their own post office within the shop. And when I have a lot of packages, it's really slow. So I actually drive even further just so I can go to the post office that I kind of, grew up with when I started my business. They know me, they know my system, they know how much packages I usually come with. And we're so close to the point that I can just drop off my packages and they'll do it for me. And then I come and collect my receipts later on that day or the next day. So definitely find the biggest post office that you can nearest to you, because they're more likely to have more staff and they're more likely to be quicker with fulfilling your packages. So that's another hack. Hack number 3 is to make sure you buy yourself some scales for you to weigh your packages at home. With most post services, they do ask you for the weight of your packages before you pay for it in advance. So it's really handy to have like a scale at home so you can gauge how much it's going to weigh, and then moving forward you probably memorize how much your packages are going to weigh each time, so you can just continue. But if you don't have a scale at home, it's going to be hard for you to gauge what the weight is of your packages, so just pick one of those up from Amazon. I will leave the link to mine down below. Hack number 4 is grabbing a tote bag or an IKEA bag to just fling all your packages in and make it as big as possible so you don't have to bring multiple bags. That's why I love the IKEA bags, because they're so long and big. I can usually fit like 1 trip with that bag, or have 2 IKEA bags and then I'm done. Whereas in the past, when I used to use just like normal bags, I'd have like 4 or 5 bags. So definitely grab yourself an IKEA bag or some kind of storage bag that you put duvets in, just something that's really big and large, like a sack that you can use, so you can just use 1 bag when you're doing your trips, especially if you are going to be getting on public transport. Before I drove, used to get the bus to the post office all the time, and it would be such a nightmare with multiple bags. Tip number 5 is to make sure you get your receipts. I'm telling you guys, the amount of times I've forgotten my receipts, and then when it's time for me to go to the post office again, they don't have them because they probably just didn't think that I wanted it. So please, please, please either mention to them I'm coming back to receive the receipts, or just stay and wait in the queue and wait for them to do it all and get your receipts on that day, because those receipts are proof for when you need to make a claim. Say Royal Mail lose your package in the post, the only way you're going to get compensation is if you have proof as in a receipt from the post office that it was actually accepted and processed. So grab your receipts and keep them safe. Final hack for the post office is to use some kind of click and drop service, or just to have an agreement with the people in the post office. If they see you a lot, you can just say to them, hey, can I leave the bag of packages here with you and pick up my receipt tomorrow, or pick up it later today? That's going to save you queuing, especially if you go at a time where it's really busy and that's your only time you can go. Just speak with them and see if you can just like leave the bag around the back, and then they'll do it when it's a quiet time throughout the day, which is more convenient for them, I found, because they're rushing when there's a long queue. So if you can relieve them of the time and just come back and collect your receipt at a better time for you, you're saving time and money. So that is part 1 of this UK shipping tips series. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3 coming soon. Make sure you're subscribed. If you have any further questions, leave them down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.